Hi everyone, today I'm going to be speaking to you about harassment. As you know, there's many different types of harassment: sexual harassment, harassment in the workplace, etc. But many of us experience harassment on a day-to-day basis and we don't even realise it. And the thing that I would like to speak to you about today is street workers and charity workers. I know that a lot of you might be watching this thinking, well, these people are just out there doing their job. How is that harassment? Meanwhile, others will be watching this video thinking, I get harassed off them constantly. I remember a time when you used to walk down the street and see the odd person standing with a clipboard asking if you wanted to answer a few questions, and you would see that person and just go on with your day and forget about it. As you may know, I live in Scotland and the main places I go shopping are Coatbridge, Airdrie and Glasgow. It's one thing when you're walking down the street minding your own business and somebody comes up to you and asks you what gas and electricity company you're with, and then you say, oh no, it's fine, I'm not interested, and then 2 metres down the line somebody else will come up and ask you the same question. Then 2 seconds later you've got somebody saying, oh, what TV company you with? Then you've got somebody else saying, oh, what car insurance company you with? Then you've got somebody else saying, oh, what year were you born? And they literally bombard you. And I don't have anxiety or anything like that, but that gives me anxiety. People are actually ganging up on you. The other day when I was going into Asda, there was a group of 5 people asking everybody what gas company they were with. And they asked my mum and she just says, oh, I'm happy with who I'm with, thanks. So we went into Asda for like 10 minutes and we came back out and the same person came up and says, what gas company are you with? And she says, oh no, it's fine, I'm happy with who I'm with. Then we went into the shop across the road and a couple of minutes later we came out and the same guy came up and says, what gas company were you with? Now if that's not harassment, I don't know what is. A few months ago I was walking down the main street and a guy came up and asked what cable company I was with. So I told him and he was like, oh, they're rubbish, you should go with this company instead. And it actually infuriated me because I know for a fact that the company that I'm with is the best and the company that he works for is cheaper for a reason, because it's total crap. So about 20 minutes later I was walking back and he was saying, oh, how much is your bill? And I thought, what's it to do with him, how much my bill costs? And he says, oh, this company, we do it for less than half. And I was like, aye, you do it for less than half because you cut out every 5 minutes and your speed is atrocious. The longer I stayed up the street, the more this guy kept approaching me, and I felt as if he was doing it deliberately to annoy me just because he was bored and nobody else would speak to him. Round about the same time, I had finished work one day and I had started work at 6 o'clock in the morning, so I just wanted to go and get something to eat and then go home. As I was walking down the street, someone from the charity shelter came up and I says, no, it's fine, I'm not interested, thanks. And then like a couple of metres down the line, somebody else from shelter came up and tried to talk to me and I was like, no, it's fine, I'm not interested. Then once again somebody else came up to me from shelter and I was like, look, I'm not interested. Now at this point I was getting annoyed because they've seen their pals try to talk to me and they've seen me saying, no, I'm not interested. So what makes them think that I'm going to talk to them? I don't want to talk to them. So finally I got up to near Asda and there was another guy from shelter trying to talk to me and I was like, look, I'm not interested. And he turned around and went, oh, do you not care about the homeless? Like, with a pure attitude problem. So at this point I had to just stop in the middle of the street, close my eyes and just stay calm, because I thought, this guy has just seen me walking past these people and saying it's fine, I'm not interested, and then he's came up and I've said it to him and he's gave me an attitude. So at this point, instead of walking on, I walk back and I says, what is it that you want to say to me? And he says, oh, it's just that we collect money for the homeless, do you not care about homeless people? And I says, oh, you collect money for the homeless? So I says to him, how much is it that you actually collect? And he says, oh, like, usually about £2 or £3 a month. And I was like, right, okay, so you collect £2 or £3 a month off of me, and you're getting paid £9 an hour. He's getting paid £9, she's getting paid £9, she's getting paid £9 an hour, and I'm giving you £3 a month. So when is my money ever going to get to charity? So he just stood there and looked at me as if I was speaking a different language. And I says, I'm giving you £3 a month, and that is 1/3 of your 1 hour's wage. All these other people have to get paid. Your boss probably gets £15 an hour, their boss probably gets about £20 an hour, and you're wanting me to give you £3 a month for the homeless? And at this point he's just standing there not saying anything, and I was like, exactly, my money doesn't go to the homeless, it goes to your wages. In the past I've had 2 jobs that involve approaching people in the street, and I did both of these jobs for 2 days because it's an absolutely disgusting job to do. One of the jobs that I used to do involved handing out booklets for Subway. Nowadays you just get these through the post and you get money off vouchers like buy one get one free or whatever. But back when I was doing this job, Subway used to charge money for these books, and I think they were about £4. The way that we were trained to hand these books out was to go up to people and say, do you want a free Subway? And then when they came up to get one, we'd say, oh, that's £4. And then we'd say, oh, if you buy one, you get one free or whatever. So then they would be giving you £4, and they weren't saving any money because they just gave you £4. They could have went in and bought a Subway for that. These people who work in the street should have one of the wee tables with a sign above it telling you what company they work for, and then have the list underneath. Like if somebody works for Talk Talk, they should have a sign underneath saying this is how much you could save, and then have all the different cable companies and how much money you could save, and they should stand at that desk and they should be quiet until somebody walks up to them. If a person is working in the street claiming to collect money for charity and they're getting paid £8 to £12 an hour and they're asking you for £2 a month, think about the fact that that money's never going to get to charity. It's only going to go into that company's pockets. Once again, if a charity wants to collect money in the street, they should have a desk telling you what the charity is, and then if somebody wants to donate money, they can go up and ask about it and donate money. You should not be swarmed while you're walking down the street. As I said before, I don't have anxiety, but when I'm walking down the street and people are coming at me from all angles saying, oh, how much do you pay for this, how much do you pay for that, what company are you with for this, and I just want to be left alone. When you're walking down the street and you've got headphones in or you're on your phone, they actually come up to you sometimes and they put their hand out in front of your phone, or you'll see them going, take your headphones out, and it's like, no, I've got my headphones in for a reason, because I want to be left alone. I don't want some random stranger coming up and asking me questions that's got nothing to do with them. And the worst thing about it is that there's a lot of people out there who actually suffer from social anxiety or other mental health problems, and when people come up to them and start asking them questions, it really stresses them out. When I was walking down the street that day and those charity workers were harassing me, and I was tired and I just wanted to go home, and then that guy was like, oh, do you not care about homeless people? I wanted to punch him in the face, but I had to take every single ounce of my strength and just stay calm. And that's not even the first time that a charity worker has gave me cheek in the street. There's so many of them that come up and say, oh, do you not want to give money to this? Do you not want to give money to that? And it's like, I work for my money and I will give my money to whatever I want, whenever I want. It's not up to you. And then you get the charity workers that come to your door and they'll say, oh, it's only £3 a month. And it's like, well, £3 a month's a lot to somebody who doesn't have any money. I don't understand why it's legal for these people to approach you in the street, and they definitely shouldn't be allowed to come to your door. If I was walking down the street and I was having a really bad day and I was upset about something, and I had 25 people swarming about me asking me questions that had nothing to do with them, and then one of them was cheeky to me and I turned around and punched that person in the face, I would get the blame for that. In the job that I do, sometimes I'm required to ask people if they would like to give money to charity, and if that person says no, then that's fine. If that person rolls their eyes and they go, no, I don't give money to charity, then that's fine, because I understand that these people are being bombarded with these questions constantly. Every shop that they go into, every shop that they walk out of, people are constantly saying, do you want to give money to charity? And I never judge these people, and I would never turn around and say, oh, do you not care about sick people? Or do you not care about sick children? It's up to them who they give their money to. Not to mention the fact that if I ask somebody to donate money to charity in work and they say yes, 100% of that money goes straight to the charity. I don't get 20 pence for every pound. The company that I work for doesn't keep any of that money, they send it all to the charity, and then after that it's up to them what to do with the money. But when you have a charity worker who's getting paid £8 to £12 an hour asking you for £2 to £3 a month, then maybe you should think about the fact that none of that money is ever going to go to charity. So not only are these people harassing you on a day-to-day basis, they're also compulsively lying to your face. Personally, I think it should be illegal for these companies to walk up to you in the street and ask you personal questions about what company you're with and how much your bills are. And as for charity workers, if you're going to stand in the street and collect money for a charity, then you should be volunteering to do it. You shouldn't be getting paid £12 an hour. So with that being said, I realise that this turned into a little bit of a rant about charity workers, but at the end of the day, these people are harassing you on a day-to-day basis, and it shouldn't be allowed. It's got to the point that when you walk down the main street, you actually have to walk around looking at the ground, trying not to make eye contact with anybody, listening to your music and looking at your phone, and they still come up to you and annoy you. I realise that there's a lot of people out there who think I'm exaggerating, and they think maybe about 3 or 4 people approach me, but I can guarantee you that I'm not exaggerating. Let me know in the comments section if this is something that you experience quite a lot. I would imagine that if you work in a city centre, you get this at your lunch break or when you finish work every single day, and it really just gets tiring and it starts to depress you. If you're watching this video and you do a job like this, then you can't even really defend yourself, because I have done jobs like this in the past and it's just absolutely disgusting. So if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Bye!